Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another video, and hello, my name is Noemi. Just in case if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So here I tell all kinds of stories. I also do reviews. I do book reviews, movie reviews, makeup reviews, literally all types of reviews. So if you're into that type of content, please stay and subscribe to my channel. And girl, today we have another story time. It is October, so it is Halloween. I am telling stories during this whole month, so I hope you guys are excited for that. And I'm also dressing up this whole month, and today, girl, I'm keeping it nice and simple. I just put on, it's like a whimsy. I don't know how to say it, but it's like a whole piece. And miren que cute, it looks like he's eating me. But I am stitched today, so I had this for this like pajama for such a long time. Nunca me lo he puesto. So today I was like, today is a day that I am putting on this cute pajamas, and yeah, I thought it was super cute. So yeah, this is a costume of the day, but I am telling a story, and you guys know that I like telling scary stories during Halloween, and I do have some like paranormal scary stories that personally happened to me. I have told you a lot of them here in YouTube, but girl, there is another type of scary, and that scary is when it actually happens to you in real life, okay? Ghosts, spirits, demons, all of that is scary for sure. I'm not saying no. But another thing that's scary is getting kidnapped, getting trafficked. Hopefully, I'm sorry, YouTube, I'm not even monetized, so it's okay. But all of that is scary, right? Like, and it actually goes on in real life. So I am going to talk about this. I do have two stories that do have to do with this type of scary, okay? So I hope you guys are excited for that. But before I dive into this story time, I am going to be drinking throughout my video, and today I just have a glass of wine. So if you guys want to drink with me or anything you guys want, go get it and let's get started. Salud. So now that we have the intro out of the way, like I said at the beginning of the video, I am going to tell a scary story. This scary story is not about ghosts, it's not about demons, it's not about spiritual stuff. It is about real life and kidnappings, and especially kids, and maybe trafficking. So I am going to tell you two stories that did actually happen to me. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's just dive in. So we're gonna start off with the first story. So this first story, I have talked about these apartments before. I used to live there when I was younger, and these apartments they were right next to a park. I have talked about that before, but just in case you don't know, they were right next to a park. And girl, of course, the chamaquitos, pues vamos a estar outside, and we want to play and we want to run around and do kid stuff, right? So I would always beg my grandma to let me out and have some fun and go to the park with my friends. And girl, my grandma has always been strict, and back then I did not understood why, but now I understand why. She was strict because she cared about us. She knew that there was bad out there, and so because of that, she would she wouldn't really let me out, not even to the park sometimes, okay? Like if we went to the park, she or an adult had to go with us. And of course, pues sometimes the adults couldn't, so we had to wait until they were available in order for us to go to the park, right? There was one time and I really, really, really wanted to go to the park. And I remember that my grandma couldn't. I think she told me that she couldn't right now, that I had to wait for her. And girl, I was probably nagging, and asking her and telling her, please, please, please. And to the point that I probably drove her crazy. And she told me, fine, go to the park. Fine, go, right? So I don't remember with who. I remember I was with someone else and I was young, okay? I was about maybe 15 years old. And my grandma let me, so I went to the park with this person. I think I want to say is one of my cousins. I don't remember who. If any of you remember, I know my family members watch this. So if any of you remember this story, then just let me know, okay? But I think it was with one of my cousins and we went to the park. When we went to the park, we were literally just walking around, and then there was like a little playground, so we were just in the playground. We got tired of being in the playground, so we ended up like kind of walking the park around. And when you walk this park, like the edges, it's a street, right? So there's cars constantly just passing us by. But girl, it gets a little weird when there is a specific car that keeps passing by, right? So all of a sudden when we start walking, we see that a white van passed by. And so we just take note of it, right? I just noticed it. I was like, whatever. It's a car. It could, we might have family over there. I don't know. So anyways, that van passed by once, right? Once. No pasa nada. But then all of a sudden it passes again right away. Like it wasn't even like 5 minutes. No, literal, nomás como que se dio like a U-turn and then it passes again, right? And then I noticed that and I'm like, okay, that was a little weird, right? Then all of a sudden the van comes back and kind of, how can I say this? It kind of like, it doesn't completely stop, but it slows down and it starts kind of like cruising, right? And going slow while we're walking, kind of after us. So we're walking and this thing is kind of like after us, super, super slow, right? My grandma has always, like I said, she is very, very strict. So she has always warned us, be aware of your surroundings, girl. Do not trust people. If you see anything suspicious, anything weird, like a van going like circles and slowing down and kind of walking, or not walking, but like going our pace while we're walking, girl, red flag, okay? Red flag. So immediately when my eyes peeped this, I was like, you know what? Let's go. So not even with the warning, okay? So this car was just slowing. Not even with the warning. I told whoever, my cousin, I don't know who was next to me, I told that person, I was like, we are gonna run when I count to 3. And then they're like, what? And I was like, trust me, we're gonna go home and we're running right now. And I felt safe running home because they were in a van, and the way my apartments were set up, you have to completely get off the van to get into my apartments because there's a whole hallway thing. So I was like, we have to run to the house now and hide, okay? Like full speed. So I told this to my cousin. I tell her, and she's like, okay, I got it, right? We're running. So we were just normally walking. This van was still right next to us, and it completely stopped. So as soon as it completely stopped, I told whoever was next to me, run, right? 1, 2, 3, vámonos. And as soon as I said that, girl, we run. We started busting our booties and running. And I heard this van turning back on, and I guess they were after us, but I couldn't really look back too much because I was running so fast, to the point that we stopped when we finally, like I said, you have to go into the apartments. There's a whole hallway. Like, your car can go into the apartments, right? Like, you have to get off your car to get into my apartment. So we started running into the hallway, and then finally we stopped. We kind of went around to a house and hide there, and we stopped and we hide. And girl, this was so scary because you might say it might be a coincidence. Maybe they weren't after us, but that was freaking weird, wasn't it? Que nomás se pararon allí de repente, and they were just like kind of chasing us, and then they stopped all of a sudden. Like, weird. I am not trusting no one, okay? No one. So girl, we hide there. We kind of not hide. I kind of catch my breath first, and then I told her, okay, let's go home. So I ran home, and then I told my grandma, and then my grandma went out there just to check to see if anyone was out there. Girl, there was no van. There was nothing out there. Nada pasó. And she was like, ya ves, like, you have to be careful, and there's scary stuff going out there. And yeah, girl, just letting you know, if you see anything weird, anything suspicious, a car more than twice, if you see them coming in twice around, that's weird, okay? That's weird, unless they're lost, entonces I get it. But if they're like chasing you and doing this extra, please just be careful, listen to your parents, wait for them until they're available to take you to the park or wherever you need to go. And just always be aware of your surroundings. Please always be aware of your surroundings, and just be careful. And yeah, that was just very scary. And maybe it was nothing, but girl, definitely it felt like it was something, okay? So that was the first story. So before I tell the other one, I'm gonna take a little sip. Salud. Okay, so now the second story. The second story is a little more creepier than that, okay? It does have to do with kidnapping as well. Okay, so the second story. The second story, keep in mind, I'm going to tell you my version of the story, and then I'll tell you my mom's version. It kind of changes a little bit. My version of the story, I was maybe 5 years old. I want to say I was like 5 years old when this happened. So I was super young. I was a little kid when this happened to me. And you guys all know that I live in El Paso. All my life I have lived in El Paso, and I have talked about this. El Paso has I guess a twin city. So right next to us is Juarez. Juarez is part of Mexico. And girl, like I said, people like going there to party. It is a big party city. Mexicans know how to party, okay? So a lot of people go there to party, but not just that. They throw a lot of like fairs, so a lot of ferias are there, and they get really big, and they just know how to get down. I remember that one day my mom and someone else, I think a family member, I'm not sure who, but they decided to go to this fair, una feria, with me, pero íbamos a ir, we were gonna go to Juarez, right? And I was excited. My mom, like she dressed me up, and we headed to Juarez, we went to the border, we crossed the border, and then we were walking down the feria. So this is where things kind of change a little bit. I don't know why, but in my head, right, in my 5-year-old's head, I remember walking down the feria, and it was just my mom and the other person. My mom was holding my hand on this side, right? So we were holding hands, and she was holding my hand, and this hand was free. It was just la 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 la. I don't know why I remember that there was kind of like I want to say like it divided the people. It was out of metal, so it was like a long metal tube dividing the people. So it was one side going this way and one side going this way, and we were going this way, right? So we were walking. I was holding my mom's hand on this side, and I remember touching like the tube on this hand. So I had the tube on this hand and my mom's on this hand, right? And all of a sudden I feel like someone grabs this hand and starts to pull me. They pulled me hard. I'm telling you, like I felt the force. It felt like they wanted to literally pick me up and drag me and pull me this side. And thankfully, my mom had her hand on this side. So as soon as she felt that pull, she immediately pulled back. Over here playing tug of war with me. I don't want to make jokes, but it felt like that. It felt like one was pulling this side and then one was pulling this side. And my mom, like, thank God that someone gave her strength and pulled me all the way to her side, right? And I mean, she had most of my body and they only had my hand. So she pulled me all the way. And girl, that was the most terrifying thing ever, because just imagine if my mom didn't hold my hand, or she slipped and accidentally let go, and they could have just grabbed me, left. There were so many people there. They could have just grabbed me and run, and that's it. I disappear. I'm gone. And that is so scary to think about. Like, I don't want to joke around. I know I made that joke, but just thinking about that is so scary. And girl, just take care of your kids, guard them with your life, because hay gente bien mala out there that is just willing to do anything to get money. And girl, just take care of your kids. But that happened. My mom got scared, and the party was over. We left. She was so frightened. And it kind of changes a little bit her version. She says that there was a lot of people there. There was no bar, no tube, there was no nothing. She said that we were just walking and she felt a pull on my side, and she immediately grabbed me and pulled me. That's what my mom said. She said that she just grabbed me and pulled me back as soon as she felt that pull. And it's just scary to think about that I could have gotten taken, and there's nothing that my mom could have done pretty much if she wouldn't have grabbed me, So it's just a very scary thing, and it's a very real thing. It is not ghost, it is not demons, it is not spiritual, but it's an actual person and it's something very scary. So please, my message is this Halloween, there's a lot of people walking around and you have your kids or there's kids. Please, please take care of your kids. Always hold your kid's hand when you guys are trick-or-treating or going around anywhere. Please just don't let your kid running around. It's more of a safety thing than anything else, because ni lo mande Dios que alguien nomás scoops them up and takes them. Like, please just be aware of your surroundings. Take care of your kids and just be careful this Halloween, okay? And that's it. That is my story. It was a little rambly, okay? Sorry about that. I kind of wanted this video to be like this, kind of give you my first thoughts in all of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm sorry that I did miss this week. I didn't upload. I've been super busy working and busting my booty for this wedding. I am so sorry, but I am uploading 2 videos this week. So you're having 2 videos, and then next week it's gonna be like normal, okay? So I'm sorry about that, but I hope you guys enjoy this week's video. Stay tuned for more scary stories, and I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.